Welcome back to the channel, Ricky Rilla. Y'all know what it is, where we document our lifts, where we train hard, we focus on effort, and really just not leaving anything in the tank. We have arms on the menu today, meaning what? If I'm being honest, arms is definitely not my favorite, but it's not legs. You know what I mean? It's not legs. Legs takes way more out of you than hitting arms, and that is not even debatable. Like when it comes to your CNS, the workload you're putting on your body, they're just not even comparable. So I'm not mad at that aspect because I'm pretty beat up, especially considering we had legs yesterday, right? So kind of cooked from that, but you know, we chilling. Grateful that we get to get in here and you know, do it again. Break down another muscle group, rebuild it. And yeah, I mean, it sounds boring, but at the end of the day, this is probably my favorite part of the day, because you get to go into the lab, you get to quite literally just work on yourself. And I know it might sound corny or cringe or, you know, but if you're in that, if you're in that type of regimen, then you understand, right? You get it. You get how important that is. So, not gonna go too crazy on it. I'm not gonna make you go to the gym, nor can I, right? Nor do I want to. Like, I would rather see you take your ass to the gym and train because you love training, or because you know you just need to, right? Either way, whatever gets you in there, gets you going, bro, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter, you know, how you felt leading up to it. Obviously, I'm not saying go work out injured, but if you're hurting, that's a different thing. If you're just tired, that's a different thing. You're not defeated. You're backing down at that point. And what would I say to that? I would say, if you're not injured, and there's a big difference between being injured or just fatigued, but what I would say to that, make it happen, man. Because you're gonna wish you did it. If you had a button, right, and at the end of each day you could click did not lift or lift, you would 1000% more than likely, I know some of y'all are probably gonna say, no, I wouldn't, bro, I would click didn't lift. Come on, man. If you could click put in the work, lift it, all that, by the press of a button, you would click that button. So you're telling me you just don't want to do the work that leads up to getting those results, but you would like the results, meaning you might as well get in the lab, bro. You might as well get active. You might as well, you know, decide, I am gonna be locked in. I'm not saying you have to get jacked. I'm not saying you have to go to the extremes, but you should definitely be exercising and pushing your body in some sort of way. It's healthy. It's healthy for your body. It's healthy for your brain. And it's honestly just, it's a way to make yourself a lot more happier in ways. I'm not gonna say that works for everybody. Some people do it and it may not even do that, right? Or subconsciously it does it and you don't even acknowledge it. Either way, what I'm saying is, if you would click that button, then why wouldn't you just go in there and put that work in then? Because you do want it then. If you chose yes to that, right? Which I would think most of you would. Gonna get in the trap gym, we're gonna get started, gonna take pre, and we're gonna go to obliterating the muscle group at hand. And yeah, I'll see y'all there. Let's go. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know where we're at. We're at the beautiful trap gym. And man, every time I come here, I love it, bro. I don't know, like maybe that's just that fucking dog in me, but I love coming here, showing up and just putting in some honest work. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest though, like from yesterday, right now I'm cooked. I'm cooked, but there's a big difference between being injured and being tired. Like I just said on the way here, there's a huge difference between those two. And right now I'm tired. But you gotta know how to listen to your body though. Your body will let you know. Like, yeah, you hurting. You hurting. but get to it. Or I'm injured. We just hurting right now. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna put the fuel in us and get straight to it. Not too much to talk about. It's arm day. It's honestly one of the easier days if there's gonna be an easy day. But put all our effort into it and then go about our day just like everybody else. Go ahead, lock in. Let's do this shit, man. Bro, I should have definitely dropped that or not went for that last one, you know what I mean? RIP to my face. I don't know why I let that shit drag across my face instead of doing one of the other two. But sometimes you just want it, you know what I mean? Not the right thing, I'd say though. And that's gonna call it for arms. The way to know if you left anything in the tank or not is if you can flex that muscle group to its fullest capacity, then you more than likely probably left something in the tank, or you're just a different breed. Because honestly, every time I pump out to the fullest extent, it just stays where it's at. It's hard to really flex or show anything, you know,
Inside.
within the muscle group.
Inside, let's go. Inside.
But there's no way I'm gonna let a bunch of mutts ruin the pump check. So arms, arm day is in the bag, and let's go over what we did. We went ahead, we started with 3 sets of skull crushers, followed by 3 sets of preacher curls, followed by 2 sets of supersets with tricep pushdowns, and well, no, actually, cable curls to tricep pushdowns. We did 2 sets like that, and then we did a set of the rope pushdowns, followed by dumbbell hammer curls, and yeah, honestly, I think that's plenty of volume. Yeah, pretty satisfied. Before we even check the pump, I can say I'm pretty satisfied with it. So let's go ahead and check it out. Not gonna be mad at that at all, but I gotta be honest, it's hard to even flex my triceps or biceps right now. Let's see what we're looking like today. And we got a lot of work to do, but you know, every day you come in here and put that work in, that's just one step closer. Not like you'll ever hit a point where you're like, I'm cool with this. But it's nice to try, you know what I mean? Leave it there. We'll get some protein in, and we got work tonight, so I'm gonna try to spend these next couple of hours editing and getting some shit done before we go do that. Don't sit there and make excuses about time, this and that. If you're spending any of that time doing a whole bunch of nonsense, you're wasting it, bro. And I'm not preaching, telling you what to do, I'm just being honest. You know, I've done that plenty of times in my life. Sure, y'all have too, but yeah. Arm day complete, and honestly wouldn't have it any other way. You know what I mean? Arms are absolutely cooked, and I'm just in such a great mood because of it, which may sound silly if you can't relate, but if you go to the gym, if you have a pretty solid regimen within the gym, you understand exactly what I'm talking about, because it's way more than just the physical changes. Whatever hard things you have to do after feel a lot easier, even though in theory, if you just looked at it from a surface level standpoint and said, well, how's everything gonna be easier if you just went hard in the gym? Bro, trust me, you will get so much energy from just doing hard things, bro. So much energy from it. And I really can't say that enough. It's about your effort. It's about your intent. Like when you go in there with intent, man. Go in there like I'm getting better today. And if you do that every day, oh, it's gonna be hard to beat you. It's you know what I mean? And when I say that, I'm saying that from a you versus you standpoint, right? I don't know where you may be specifically in your life, but if you're trying to better yourself in a sense of like you want that old version gone, well then it's you versus you. That's a you versus you battle. That's a mental battle, and only you can face that off, right? That's a good way though to look at it whenever you go into the gym. If that gives you motivation, if that inspires you, that's beautiful stuff right there. You know, because at the end of the day, more than likely, it's not going to be you versus whoever. It's going to be you versus that other version of yourself, the version you don't care for. everybody deals with that, and the goal is to just get that out of there, right? Because I like to think about it not literally, but I mean damn near literally, you know what I mean? Like, if you have these intrusive thoughts that are trying to make you go do things that you know just aren't in your best interest, bro, if you just go get a fucking pump, I mean, you're more than likely, if you just go get a pump every single day, you're more than likely going to want to do things that also align with that. Like, go and get a Big Mac after the workout, for example. That's going to be way less tempting than if you just didn't go. We're inside all day, and then, you know, that greasy burger or whatever sounds good. Because I'm not hating on it, bro. Like, I know, like, I used to be, you know, I used to be a little hefty. I understand how it can be to have those cravings. And I can tell you 100%, if you just live a more disciplined life, meaning you just eat better and stuff, then everything else, you will want to align that with that. Like, because it would feel weird. It would feel extremely weird to eat right, go to the gym, and then like just go do something that completely doesn't align with that, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say with that. But that's it for today, y'all. Ricky Rilla is out. I gotta go ahead and shower, get protein in, and edit, then get to work, right? So I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day. I hope y'all are having a great day, and I hope you're working on that better version of yourself, whatever you want that to be. So Ricky Rilla's out. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Y'all subscribe, like, comment, do all that good shit. Show love to your boy, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Let's get it.